Today's topic is birth asphyxia. So, today we discuss about what is birth asphyxia, causes of birth asphyxia. So, let's start. So, birth asphyxia is non-establishment of satisfactory pulmonary respiration at birth. That's mean at birth or during birth, baby's pulmonary respiration not established. That's mean baby can't respiration properly. So it is the failure of initiation and maintenance of spontaneous respiration with hypoventilation, anaerobic glycolysis and lactic acidosis. So for asphyxia, initiation is failure and spontaneous respiration is not maintained, and hypoventilation, anaerobic glycolysis and lactic acidosis also occur. And multi-organ system dysfunction and hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy may also occur as the result of birth asphyxia. National Neonatology Forum of India has suggested that birth asphyxia should be diagnosed when baby has gasping and inadequate breathing or no breathing, and it corresponded to 1 minute Apgar score of 3 or less. So ultimately what happened in birth asphyxia or perinatal asphyxia? The birth asphyxia or perinatal asphyxia is the term used to state of the decreased oxygen delivery, and this decreased oxygen delivery, that's mean hypoxia, to the fetus or neonate, and for that resulting inadequate tissue perfusion, that is known as a ischemia. There are two widely regarded definitions for perinatal asphyxia. One is defined by the ACOD, American College of Obstetrician and Gynecologist, and other is APP definition, which is by the American Academy of Pediatrician. The APP definition of perinatal asphyxia is defined as a triad of 3 components. First is cord umbilical artery pH less than 7 with base deficit greater than 10 milliequivalent per liter. Second is neonatal neurological manifestation of hypoxic ischemia encephalopathy. That means hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy can be seen. And third is evidence of multiple organ dysfunction. Next, ACOD definition of perinatal asphyxia is defined as cord umbilical pH greater than 7 and Apgar score 1 to 3 greater than 5 minutes, and neonatal neurological manifestations of hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, and multiple organ involvement may also be seen. Next point is etiology. What is the etiology of birth asphyxia? There are various causes that can lead to birth asphyxia. This can be causes by fetal or antenatal reason, second is perinatal reason, and third is postnatal reason. But remember, majority 70% occur by perinatal reason. At first, we talk about antenatal reason. Birth asphyxia can be caused by antenatal reason due to inadequate oxygenation of maternal blood. That means in maternal blood there is oxygen is not adequate. This occurs by hypoventilation during anesthesia. That means during give anesthesia, ventilation is not adequate. Second is cyanotic heart disease. What is cyanotic heart disease? It is a condition group of many different heart defects that are present at birth, and it's lead to decreased oxygen in the blood. And third is respiratory failure. It's occur when in the blood oxygen level is low and carbon dioxide level is high. For that, carbon monoxide poisoning also occur. Another cause is low maternal blood pressure. That means if the mother blood pressure is low, birth asphyxia can also occur. And maternal blood pressure is low due to acute blood loss, spinal anesthesia, or compression of vena cava and aorta by the gravid uterus. That means if there is any blood losses occur and give spinal anesthesia and by gravid uterus, vena cava and aorta is compressed. Due to all this reason, low maternal blood pressure is occur, and for that birth asphyxia can also occur. Another causes are uterine tetany. What is uterine tetany? Inability to uterus to relax. Next is umbilical cord compression. If there is umbilical cord is compressed, birth asphyxia may also occur. And last is premature separation of placenta. If there is placenta is separate before mature, birth asphyxia can also occur. Now we talk about perinatal or intranatal region. Perinatal or intranatal mean during the birth. So the reasons are fetal distress. It occurs when fetus have not receiving enough oxygen. Second is preterm labor. If the baby birth before, birth asphyxia can also occur. Next, antepartum hemorrhage. What is antepartum hemorrhage? Bleeding from vagina during 20 weeks of gestation. So it can also causes birth asphyxia. Next is cord prolapse. And what is cord prolapse? When unborn baby's umbilical cord slip to the cervix and vagina after mother water break. Next is tight umbilical cord around the fetal neck. So when baby's umbilical cord is tightly covered the fetal neck, birth asphyxia can also occur. Next, premature rupture of membrane. So if the baby's membrane is ruptured before, it can lead to birth asphyxia. Next, prolonged labor more than 24 hours. If the labor occur more than 24 hours, it can also lead to birth asphyxia. And also prolonged second stage more than 2 hours. It can also lead to birth asphyxia. Other causes are maternal distress. If the mother is emotionally disturbed 37 weeks. Next is difficulty delivery in male presentation, and instrumental or operative delivery can also lead to birth asphyxia. Third reason is postnatal reason. Postnatal means after birth. The reasons are failure of oxygenation, and it's occur due to severe form of cyanotic congenital heart disease and severe pulmonary distress. So, for cyanotic congenital heart disease and pulmonary disease, baby can't get oxygen properly, and for that birth asphyxia can also occur. Next, postnatal reason is severe anemia, and it occur due to severe hemorrhage and hemolytic disease. So, if there is severe anemia is occur, for that blood oxygen level is low and baby can't oxygen properly, and it also lead to birth asphyxia. Last, postnatal reasons is severe shock, and it occur by massive blood loss, intracranial hemorrhage and adrenal hemorrhage. And for these causes, severe shock is occur, and for that birth asphyxia can also occur.